Hello everyone, it's Mari here for Honeybee Stamps. Honeybee Stamps has a brand new release as of today. It's called Falloween. I'm going to be working with some of the gorgeous products today, including the Owlloween die set. This is a very large die set, as you can see here. It includes some really cool little dies that coordinate with a coordinating stamp set, including some layering trees and a moon, some really cute little owls, some clouds, a little branch, a bunch of other little sentiments and little coordinating bits that are just totally adorable. This is the coordinating Owlloween stamp set. You can see that moon there and the tree. All of these different stamps coordinate with the dies, as I said, including the little sentiments there that are part of this stamp and coordinating die set. So really cool. Loving this Owlloween set. It's really fun. And I'm also going to be using a brand new 3D embossing folder from Honeybee. This one is called Fall Forest. It is absolutely stunning. I'm going to be starting off with that product today, and I'm going to be doing some ink blending over top of an embossed piece of paper. So you can see that this is a large embossing folder so that you can size this to any type of card that you're wanting to make, whether it's a 5x7 or a slimline or an A2 size card. So I am also working with my Altenew grip mat here, and I've got my paper on the grip mat. I'm going to start off here with some gorgeous picked raspberry oxide ink. I'm going to blend that on. I'm going in a bit of a rainbow order here, but kind of choosing traditional but non-traditional Halloween colors. I really love this color combo for fall and Halloween themed projects, and I think it's going to look really cool on this embossed tree background. Really love that embossing folder. I think it's really unique, and you can really honestly, you could use this embossing folder for any season at all and use a zillion different techniques with that embossing folder. Now I'm going in with some carved pumpkin. I'm blending the colors together just by going back and forth where the colors transition from one to the other and just overlapping them in that way to create a nice gradient of colors here as I'm working from the pink to the orange. Then I went into the fossilized amber, and now this is peacock feathers. The peacock feathers is such a beautiful teal color, and just going to blend that into the fossilized amber a little bit as well to create kind of a brighter green where those two transition together. Now I'm going in with one of my favorite purple colors from the Distress line. This is Seedless Preserves, and I will use that as the bottom color. I am going to take my Tim Holtz trimmer here from Tonic, and I'm going to just go ahead and trim off from the sides of this paper here to create a piece that's actually 4 by 5.25. And in that way, that's going to give me a little bit of a margin around this card front on my A2 size top folding white card base. Now I couldn't resist using a little bit of the Distress Spritz here. I'm going to go ahead and splatter a little bit of the Peacock Feathers Distress Spritz over top of the entire card front. And that's just going to give this really shiny little detail onto that panel. I love that. I think it looks really cool. Now I have taken that die from the Owlloween die set. I've die cut the shadow die from some Spellbinders glitter foam in the black. And then I took the finer detailed die of the tree and die cut that from black cardstock. So I am going to overlay the cardstock, the black cardstock piece over top of the glitter paper. And I'm going to use the glitter paper as a bit of a shadow behind that cardstock. So I'm just offsetting it a little bit. And in that way, you're going to be able to just see the outline of that black glitter. I'm not really sure if it shows up on camera, but I just want to show you here. I've offset it and I've left some of the pieces so that they're not glued down. And that just gives that tree a little bit more texture and interest in that way. So I really love that piece. It's really nice and dimensional with that foam. Now I'm going to take some of the stamps and stamp those out. I'm going to use coordinating colors that I've used for the ink blending for the owls. So I'm going to use Seedless Preserves for this cool little owl. I love these owl images. I think they're just absolutely adorable. And of course, there is a coordinating die for each one of these little images. I'm going to use the peacock feathers for this sweet little owl here, just doing multiple stamping here to make sure that I have a nice solid color. I'll use the carved pumpkin for the third owl and get that stamped out nice and solid. And then I'm going to use my Honeybee Intense Black ink for the sentiment, which is Happy Owlloween. I'll stamp that out a few times just so that I get a really nice solid opaque black. And I've used the coordinating dies to cut out these images, but I actually did go in with my scissors and fussy cut off the white edge around the owls so that they do just go right to that solid edge instead of having a white border. Now I'm going to take my honeybee glue and I'm going to just go ahead and add a little bead of liquid adhesive onto the back of my card front panel here. And then I will go ahead and take that and add it onto my A2 size top folding white card base. And as I said earlier, because I trimmed this down to 4 by 5 1/4, that is going to just give me a really nice little white border, a nice little white margin space around the edge of my card front. So I'm just going to take a few seconds to line that up and get that centered-ish on my card front. And then I'll just open up the card and give it a really nice press on the back side so that it's nicely adhered right to the edges. I'm going to add some liquid adhesive again from Honeybee onto the back of my tree and adhere that onto my card front. I'll just give that a nice press so that it is nicely adhered onto there. And now I just have that really fun tree with the little glittery border. I'm not really sure if you can see that glittery sparkle on camera or not, but it is really fun. And again, I do really love the dimension that that foam sparkle paper from Spellbinders adds to the project. Now I am going to go ahead and add these other little bits onto the tree. At this point, I'm just kind of trying to eyeball where I want my little owls. I am going to add the owls with some little foam squares onto the areas where you can see me adding them in here. But these are so adorable. I love the size of these owl stamps. They're not too large. They're just the perfect little embellishment for different projects. And I think that they're super cool. And I think that you'll just love seeing the different samples that the team has come up with for using this set. I think it's just a really, really adorable little stamp and coordinating die set. So there you can see I've just put a little bit of foam adhesive onto the back of my sentiment, and I'm just using my Honeybee reverse tweezers to go ahead and place this right into the spot where I want that to finish off the main details for my project here. So I'm just looking at this and I'm thinking what else I can add. I wanted to just go in with my Honeybee. These are the brand new Sweet and Spooky pearls, and I'm going to add those to the eyes. And friends, that's going to finish off my card. I have linked up to this brand new Falloween release in the description box below. So if you go ahead and click that link, it will take you to the new release in the Honeybee shop. And I have linked up as well to all of the different products that I've used today. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's so glad to be back. I did have a really nice relaxing summer, and it is nice to be back with Honeybee again for more videos and more inspiration. See you again soon, friends. Bye-bye.